over in Scotland. That's great news. So good. Well, this gives you the opportunity to find the chat because we are going to make this masterclass as interactive as possible. So do me a favor, pop a 1 in the chat if you are dying to find out the secrets. You know, you went onto the website to register for this masterclass and you're just like, I want to know what the secrets are. Tell me. That's why I'm here. Amazing. So good. Well, my name's Alicia Fernandez and welcome to the Shake Up Your Finances Masterclass. This is our final masterclass. We have held 11 of them today. There's all these ones in the chat. I've just said 11. If you believe in angel numbers, 111, it has been everywhere for me, so I can see it right now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I just wanted to acknowledge a very special group before I get started or introduce your trainer for this evening. And that special group is you. Without you, these masterclasses this week would never be possible. And, you know, without you, it would be pretty lonely. It would just be Lloydie and I. So congratulations and well done for being here. You could literally be doing anything right now, but you are here, which tells me that you're an action taker, that you're committed and you're dedicated to really taking your financial future to the next level. So well done. You can give yourselves like a little pat on the back. So I want to hear from you because this masterclass is for you. What do you want to get out of this evening or today, wherever you're tuning in from the world? What do you want to get out of this masterclass? Do you want to learn how to manage money? Do you want to learn how to make money? Do you want to learn how to multiply your money? Are you here just for the entertainment? Make money, Julie. Thank you for the honesty in the chat. What else? Make money. Okay, Arlene wants to make money as well. She wants to make and multiply. Katrina, awesome. Because once we have clarity, we have confidence. And so if you know what you want to get out of this masterclass, then you'll definitely leave with some aha moments. So my husband, Lloyd, and I, we have spent weeks and weeks and weeks putting together tonight's masterclass. So it's jam-packed with value. So you're certainly in the right place if you want to learn all those things that you're putting into the chat. So before I introduce your trainer this evening, would it be okay if we set a few agreements so we can get the most out of today's masterclass? Is that okay? You can nod your heads. Yeah, so good. Amazing. Thanks, Colin. He put a Y in the chat. So the first agreement is basically just to be open. What do I mean by that? Open to new ways of doing things, open to new principles, approaches. You may hear stuff that you've already heard before. I get it. I've been there as well. But ask yourself the question, if you already knew everything you needed to know, you'd have everything you needed in life right now, right? Yeah, I see a few of you nodding your head. So there could be this one thing that's missing that you could hear tonight. So if you're open to being open, do me a favor and pop open into the chat and we can see who are the fun ones tonight. Amazing. Thanks, everyone. And the second agreement is to be present. We are in a virtual space. I get it. There's distractions, there's kids. This is like the worst time for mamas, I believe. You know, you're cooking dinner, you're putting the kids, you're bathing them. I get it. So you're here. So if they are, run into the bathroom with your laptop, shut the door and commit to the 60 minutes to get the most out of it for you. If you're laying in bed, I've been on masterclasses before as well, and I'm laying in bed, but I always set the intention to sit upright so I can make sure that I'm getting all the goodies from the masterclass as well. So if you're open to being present, do me a favor and pop present into the chat. And if you're feeling brave and if you really want to be present, then turn your cameras on so we can see you and we can see whether our jokes are funny or not. I just want to let you know too that this masterclass has been is designed to build on each other, all the slides. And so if you miss a little from tonight, you're going to miss a lot. So I encourage you to just stay present for the next 60 minutes. And the last agreement is to have fun. Let's have fun. It's a Sunday. Let's have fun together. And so if you're open to having fun, do me a favor and pop BINGO into the chat, which is spells bingo. And you can do that throughout the masterclass. If you have an aha moment, if you want to be like, that's my way of giving you a virtual high five, go ahead and pop bingo into the chat. Amazing. Well, I'm going to introduce your trainer. Enough from me. Your trainer has 3 university degrees. I know, everybody go, ooh, in biomedical science and business and in law, which means he has a wealth of knowledge across different industries. He's an author of 2 books, Money Grows on Trees and Money Buys Happiness. He has an award-winning podcast called Money Grows on Trees, and he's got 2 successful online businesses. He has a 7-figure plus share portfolio. I share that with you because I want you to know that it's not just theory that he's teaching on this masterclass tonight. He's actually training on stuff that he's applied in his real life and got success from it. Okay, so you're certainly in the right place. But I am biased because he's my husband and I only say great things about him. So what I love most about him is he takes, I guess, complicated money principles and simplifies them. So he's a great teacher. So you're definitely in great hands. So do me a favor, throw some exclamation marks in the chat as I welcome your trainer this evening, my business partner, and the love of my life, Lloyd J. Ross.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Sunday for everyone who's tuning in. This is our last masterclass of the week. And it's so awesome to see so many fresh faces on, even wanting to learn now. And of course, welcome back our other attendees who have seen a few of these this week, which is awesome. So, hey, thanks for that amazing introduction from my beautiful wife. It's her birthday tomorrow, so everyone pop it in the chat. Happy birthday, Alicia. Pop in the chat there. Wish her a happy birthday. Excited to make Monday great again. Open a bottle of champagne tomorrow, hang out with our little puppy. And hey, the reason we're doing this is because we want you to be able to have the same Monday every single Monday for the rest of your life. So that wasn't always the way, which you'll learn about in our story, but there's a result, a non-financial or I would say bank account win with what I'm going to teach you here. So there's a real life example of how we're spending our Mondays because of the principles that you're going to learn in this particular masterclass. So got a jam-packed presentation to show you. It is the last one. So if you do have anyone you want to invite on, feel free to share the link with them now and they can jump on. For those in our Facebook group, we are living this in the Facebook group. It's the first time we've done it, but I had a few people send in very, very special requests. They could not make it to now, but they could only make it in, say, an hour's time. So it's being lived in that particular group. So it'll be there for the next 24 hours and then deleted. So we don't like to record things because we found that live is best, interactive is best. So buckle up for this. I can see a few of my friends on here. I can see family on here too. Melissa Fernandez is back. Good to see her tuning in. Just was in Bali with us last week together. Huge story that she's followed all these principles and just had so much success too. So you'll see that as we go through this. Katrina Woods on here. You'll see some stories about her. Some of my other friends on here. You'll see Kyle and Aaron's story. And then we've got Christy and Sam and Cole and Marshy and Casey and little Cliffy. Can see some other familiar faces, Lana and Ali. But I also see some friends of mine with their cameras off, and they should know better. So here's who I'm going to challenge. I'm going to challenge Sarah Whitehead to turn her camera on because she's got more than enough confidence to turn her camera on. So if she can do it, I'm going to see if she's going to do it. I am going to challenge everyone on this call, actually, because the first part of getting wealthier is to actually move out of your comfort zone. I'm trying to figure it out, she says, is to get out of your comfort zone, right? And it's all about behavior shifting. And you're going to learn that in the first part of this presentation. And those who have worked with me before know I'm big on helping them move and change their behavior. Okay, there's some people on here that have done some cool stuff just because of a suggestion, because I know you can only grow your income to the extent you grow yourself. So if you're not growing your income, I know that I've got to challenge you to grow yourself, because we're our own worst enemy. We're in our own way a lot of the time because we care about what people think about us too much. And I've seen people get challenged and step up to the challenge and change their financial story just because they rise up to it. So here's my challenge to you. If you do want to make money and you do want to change your finances, the level of personal growth will actually dictate how you do that. So here's one very small test. If you can do this for me for one moment, it'll prove to me that you're serious about this. If you can, just for a family photo, turn your cameras on to say hello, that's the test. I don't care if you're eating a bucket of KFC in your jammies. Just turn it on for a moment, just so I can see who's really paying attention, who wants to move their money. And if you don't, then I'm sorry to say, maybe this whole thing's not for you. It's just a real simple test. A test of resolve, a test of courage. Maybe it's the first time you're seeing your Zoom come on before. I get it. It's all weird and it's wonderful and people can see you. What's up, Trent? Thanks for turning on. What's up, Len? Good to see you. Christina. Awesome. Annie, good to see your face, Annie. I can see Leslie Tom there. Leslie, you Fraser's sister. Is that Fraser's sister I can see there? If it is, what's up? Cheryl, good to see you back. You got 2 cameras on. 3. Cheryl's here. She's duplicated herself 3 times. Ingrid, good to see you. Olivia. Katie Jenkins. Are you there, Katie? Can you turn your camera on? We're going to take a family photo. I just want you to be in it. All right, here's what we're going to do. This is the second little test as to whether you truly do want to change your finances. And this will be the true test, okay? You'll find out it's like, what the heck is Lloyd talking about when it comes to making money? What's this got to do with anything? It's got to do with everything. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything, okay? It's very hard to lead an army if you think you look silly on a horse. We're in 2023. If you don't know how to use Zoom or you turn your camera on Zoom, you're in a lot of trouble. So here's the second test. I'm going to see how much you care about what other people think. Okay, it's going to be fun. Ready? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend the wind's going to come and change our faces. And we have to pull the weirdest, funniest, ugliest, I'll say ugliest face ever. And I'm going to take a photo of our ugliest faces. Okay. We might lose some people here, right? Ready? Ugliest face ever on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I think Mel Fernandez wins that one. That was good. I can't see everyone at once. Julie Cahill did a pretty good job. All right, awesome. You guys are legends. Let me just save that so I can post it all over Facebook and tag all of your friends from high school in it and your mom and your sibling. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But what if I did? I'm going to save this, Alicia. I have slow internet. Okay, I'm not going to do it now because you guys, time is important. So it's saved. Please let me paste it after this because it's a lot of fun. You can make me co-host. I can do that. All right, cool. Co-host. Okay, this is the last one, so I'm super pumped. We have had such an exciting week. A lot of people already making moves and getting, changing up their finances, shaking up their finances, which is super exciting. So I am thrilled to give this for the last time this week, and you won't see this again until next year, potentially. So if you're wanting to change your finances, this is probably going to be the sign, okay? All right, let's get this done. Ready? Basic. I'm just saying ready to myself, right? If you're ready, type ready in the chat. If you're ready, type ready in the chat. You ready to see this? Just want to see who's paying attention. Ready. Awesome. Great. Okay. You can see a few of you on the screen, so I'm going to be driven by your reactions to my presentation here. So please feel free to give me feedback in real time. All right, the 3 secrets to shake up your finances. Learn the secrets to creating wealth in today's economy, not 1992. It's today. It's 2023. Even if you don't have a product or business or haven't sold anything before, okay? So if you're someone who wants to save between $300 and $600 a month, wants to earn extra money from home without having to start a business or work away from family, wants to travel more without having to pay full price, wants to grow as a person, make more friends, and have fun, then you're in the right place. If you stay to the end, this is my bribe to you, because this will only work for you if you do stay to the end. If you leave early, you're going to miss everything and it will not make sense and you'll waste it all the time, okay? And time is more valuable than money. You'll work that out too during this presentation. So stay to the end, and I will give you a free copy of a $42 book that I wrote called Money Grows on Trees. It's on Amazon. It'll be free for you if you stay to the end, okay? So hopefully you do. Disclaimer, what we teach you in here is only going to work if you're coachable and you put it into action, okay? If you learn here and you don't execute and don't action things, then it's knowledge on ice, okay? And ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice, okay? This is what's usually keeping people broke. They got knowledge on ice because they don't action it. Coachable and action. Who am I? I'm the proud dad of 2 little, well, certainly 1 now. We just gave the little fella away to my nephew yesterday. So now we have 1 left. But there's me getting some puppy kisses anyway. All right. So I wrote these 2 books, Money Buys Happiness, Money Grows on Trees. Got a podcast called Money Grows on Trees. And love teaching about finance, love teaching about success and wealth creation and all the strategies that we've been able to apply to create this life where we're standing next to helicopters on a beach. Need I say more? So this is the life that we've created. You may not want to do that. And obviously this is the tip of the iceberg. So there's certain things that we've done to create this lifestyle that I want to share with you on this masterclass. But what I love about it the most is the contribution we get to create from this, the friendships, the excitement, the adventure, traveling all over the world, helping people to shift parts of their life, to level up their finances, level up their leadership and confidence in all areas. And obviously that has a huge impact on your wealth. So how did this all happen? Well, I started off at university like many people have before me. This is long before social media really, and YouTube and all this sort of internet stuff that's really taken off. That was the path to success. When I left university, I wasn't that equipped. And so I went and got a job, and I thought it was a wonderful opportunity. And by all stretches and all accounts, it was. because I was 23 and working on the Formula One circuit in Abu Dhabi, which is epic. But, you know, I was on 60, 70,000 a year, not tons of money. But for a young fellow who was, you know, eager and ambitious, I was pretty happy with that until 5 years went by, just about, where I was sick and tired of commuting 3 hours to work every single day. And in 5 years, I didn't get a single pay rise, not $1. In fact, we all got a pay reduction after the global financial crisis. So I realized at that moment, I thought, far out, if I'm going to build any wealth and have any choice in my life, I'm going to have to take ownership of my own financial journey. I can't sit here and wait for someone to give me the money. Okay, so I thought, what am I going to do? So I thought, I've got to get better at my skills. I've got to start hanging around people that know how to make money. I've got to start hanging around, you know, doing something else to grow myself. So I left there my employee role. I saved up enough money and wrote my resignation letter. And that was the day that I realized that money can buy happiness if you have some. And resigned and went into property. So this is my dad here. Went into property. I, you know, bought my way into the business for 6 months, funded myself to be able to learn how to do property marketing and run a small business. And it was an incredible experience. The most challenging business experience of my life by a mile, but it was very, very rewarding because I learned skills. I did earn more money, but what I found was I was still working 6 days a week. I was working weekends. You know, and I thought, far out, is this going to be my future? Am I going to be here just to sell houses and just keep doing this and live for the weekends, I guess you could say, you know? So, but by some accounts, I had a level of success because I was earning income and I was saving some money and so on. But I thought, what else is there out there? You know, like, who has had thoughts like that? Like, is this all there is? Is this what I should be doing? Am I built for more? You know, who's asked themselves those questions? Just pop a me in the chat. It's if you've asked yourself those questions. Yeah, I was 30. I was 30 there in that photo on the right hand side in a suit. And so happy I don't have to wear suits anymore. But it didn't start out like that, right? Like, so yeah, I had those questions. So here's something I need you to know about opportunity, guys. All right. You're going to find this very strange, but I've got to tell you the truth. Otherwise, it's a bit pointless. So this is how it all happened for us. This is when we shifted into success land. And it's going to seem strange, but I want you to know that opportunities are rarely delivered to you in a nice bundle with a bow on it, right? What you watch in this masterclass will be one of those rare opportunities that comes across your desk with a bow on it. But I tell you what, it didn't happen like that for me. So here's how it went down, right? Had all those questions in my head. I thought, how am I going to shift this? What else is there out there for us? How are we going to make extra money? What are we going to do to scale our wealth? So it all started with my sister, who's actually a registered nurse here on the Gold Coast. Well, she was. And she tried this product. She was, you know, wanting to get in better shape. Her physiotherapist friend recommended she try this. And after 6 months, she finally said yes to it, which was great because it obviously worked for her really well. But then what happened was she didn't know, she did find out this later, but Alicia was actually on a yo-yo dieting hamster wheel, trying to get off it, trying to do skinny me teas, trying to do caffeine pills, trying to figure out what was good, trying to work, doing everything she could to try and find something to get in shape. And then my sister referred this to her, and she did get in shape because she lost 8 kilos without any exercise, which is incredible, right? And of course, she knew that I was a bit fluffy. I like to call it fat, but, you know, big boned. And and she thought, you know, maybe Lloyd can do this with me. So she started me off on that journey too. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was so focused on trying to become successful. I was working 6 days a week. I was studying 20 hours a week for my CFA charter financial qualification. And by all accounts, I had no flipping time. So I was like, that's maybe why I'm out of shape, because I'm so focused on doing all these other things. I was relying on convenient eating and stuff like that because I was just trying to save time. Because for me, time is the most valuable thing that we have. So I was like, I don't want to meal prep. I don't want to count calories. All those weird people running on a Saturday morning. Who the heck are they? So this was kind of like my life then. And I've got to say, I'm really thankful Alicia did this and my sister did this for us, because I did need to get in shape. I just didn't have a convenient way to do it. And so what happened was I lost 13 or 12 or 13 kilos. You can see the pictures. This is just in the bedroom here, right? And it was just a shift in behavior. And all of a sudden, I realized I was getting a skinnier waist. But what happened was, because I was changing my behavior, so I shifted what I ate for breakfast, and I shifted what I ate for lunch, and sometimes dinner. And that's actually where I started to change my behavior towards saving money, making money, and growing money, right? I know it seems super weird. Here's why. Because I was shifting what I was eating, I was only spending $3.90 on a meal instead of $10 to $15 on a meal, right? Because we would go shopping, we were trying to be healthy, and at the end of the day, all that happened was our veggies turned into a veggie graveyard at the bottom of the fridge, and none of us wanted to meal prep. So all that healthy eating and shopping rah-rah just never worked for us. That's why we were looking for convenience. That's why I was getting out of shape. That's why I was using all this money. So when I got a skinnier waist, I actually got a fatter wallet, which really intrigued me because I really like having more money than less. Pop in the chat me if you prefer to have more money than less money. I mean, it's a pretty silly question on a money masterclass, isn't it? But, you just got to make sure people are paying attention, right? If someone says no in there, then maybe you found your way into the wrong area. But of course, I wanted more money than less. But I realized it was in those small things. And I realized a small hole can sink a big ship. A small hole can sink a big ship in your finances. So here we go. I was starting to change my behavior with what I ate. And that allowed me to create $300 to $600 a month in savings immediately. That's where it all begins, guys. It begins in the small steps. So that's what happened. Okay. And then my sister had this conversation with her. Okay. It was, are you saving money? I said, yes. She said, do you want to make some money also? I said, yes, but how? I thought this was a very odd conversation to have, to be honest with you. I was like, what's she getting at? And then she said, well, here's the thing. If you refer people to this, like what happened with Alicia referring it to you, I was like, yeah. She said, you'll get paid. I was like, really? How? And she said, all you got to do is follow these simple steps. Now, in my mind, I thought this was the biggest load of BS and gimmicky stuff. I was like, what are you talking about? Get paid? Like, what is it? Monopoly money? Right? Huge skeptic. I'm like, what is it? Like pretend money? Is it a coupon? What are you talking about? She said, listen, do you know anyone who needs to get in shape? I was like, I'm 30 years of age and all my friends used to drink like I do. Of course, I know some people who need to get in shape. She says, all you need to do is follow these steps. So I did it. Okay, I'm on the job, sister. Let me see how I can help, right? So that's what we did. We started getting in a bit of action to help some people, right? And you can see us here down the bottom, my sister, Alicia, myself. There's Alicia's sister, Melissa, there as well, who's on the call. So we just started helping a few other people with this. And again, low expectations. Didn't expect much to happen. But then this is what happened. After I sent a text message to some mates, and then they got amazing results. And I got paid. We got paid. I remember it was in a restaurant. I picked up my phone, opened the ANZ Go Money app, and there was $400 in there. And that was the day I realized, oh my God, we've discovered a way to earn extra income without having to trade our time. It was like this moment, like this is what I've been thinking about. And it came in the weirdest possible way through my sister, who has no experience in business, no experience in money. It's so bizarre. And here she is, teaching Alicia and I to make some extra money from our phone, leveraging the thing called the interweb, commonly known as the internet, right? So here's what happened then. We like, oh my God, what if we could do that again? You can imagine what happens when you make $300 or $400 on the internet the first time. Could you imagine? Like, I felt like it was a eureka moment. I felt like jumping out of the bath and running down the street naked. It's insane, because I know the power of what a bit of small amount of money can do, which I'm going to show you on this masterclass. Okay. Now on the screen, you'll see there's a picture of us. It's me. And on our balcony, I'm holding my phone up, and then you can see there's a ANZ Go Money deposit for $9,514.22. That's 1 week. That's a single week. And now, granted, it's not every single week, and we've had payments of up to $15,000 in a single week. That's just one. It varies because it's a side gig with business and customers, but it's incredible, because that is more than a brain surgeon earns in a week sometimes. And here I am, in my 30s, doing this from my phone while I was in my job. Do you know how ridiculous that is? It's just wild. So here's what happened, just to summarize. I changed my behavior. We saved some money because of that behavior shift. And of course, because we helped a couple of people do the same thing, that's how I was able to earn some extra money. So straight away, I was doing two of the most important things to shake up your finances. One, changing your behavior, because you don't manage money, you manage your behavior. The second thing was sharing things, giving. The wealth game is a giving game. So here we are leveraging resources and systems and other things to generate income while we're in our jobs. That's how it happened. So in 2014, in those 49 days where I shifted my behaviors, when we became multimillionaires. I told you it was not going to be sexy. I told you it's weird, but no one believes you until you show them the true story. This is how it happened, right? Not just for us, but there's other people too, right? Who are on this call. You'll hear from them in a second, but it's how it all begins. But then here's what we did. Because opportunities like this are rare, okay? They don't, as I said, they don't come across your desk often. So when they do and you get a chance to actually earn some extra income, you don't want to waste it. You don't want to waste it. You want to put it to work and grow more of it. So we actually invested a lot of this extra income we're making and to grow it, okay, which I want to talk to you about as well. So that's what we did. And this is really what's created this insane life that we really do live. It's true. We just live like this. It's just, I mean, we don't just cruise around helicopters, but like we have a lot of flexibility and fun, okay? And of course, we've been teaching people how to do this for like a decade now. So it's not our first rodeo, right? So that's all well and good for us, but how do you do it, right? How did we do it, and how can I show you how to do it? So who would like to know? Pop in the chat, me, if you're ready to learn this. Pop in the chat, me. Me, please. I love the good manners. Isn't it? Me, please. I like that. That's good. You memorize you well. Cool. All right. Okay. So here it is. Here's the first thing. We didn't invent it. I can't take credit for it. Okay. We shamelessly cloned it. Shamelessly. And we still shamelessly clone it. We followed a simple money framework. It's all based on a simple money framework that we followed. We didn't invent the money framework. Okay. Someone else smarter than us did. And this is the lady who invented it, okay? I had her on my podcast recently. She is the co-author of the #1 best-selling financial book of all time. Sold millions of copies, called Rich Dad Poor Dad. She co-wrote that with Robert Kiyosaki in about 1992. I read it when I was in high school, thankfully, and it was an honor to have her on the podcast. I didn't know this about her, but she was commissioned by 2 presidents of the United States to head up financial literacy in the country. She's the mamacita of financial literacy in the world. And her and Robert Kiyosaki developed the money framework I want to share with you. Okay, so it wasn't me, it wasn't Alicia, it was them. So we shamelessly cloned it. Okay, it was written about in this particular book that I happened to read a while ago. You don't have to read it because I'm going to teach you exactly what I got from it, and most importantly, I'm going to teach you the practical steps we took to implement it. But this is what it's all based on. Okay, so here we go. Right, this is the framework that Sharon and Robert created that we shamelessly cloned. Okay, it's called the cash flow quadrant. Quad meaning 4, and that's all I got to say about that. So E quadrant stands for employee. Okay, that's where you're really trading your time for money. You have no time. You got to ask for annual leave. I found it brutal. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't like mesh with that at all. I was like, I'm allergic to 9 to 5. Okay, so then it's the second quadrant is self-employed, which is S. Now, I jumped out of the E quadrant to the S quadrant, but I realized there was more responsibility, ability to make more money, but it wasn't as freeing because I was still having to trade my time, some respect for the money, okay? So that's why they call this on the left-hand side of the quadrant, the active incomes, because you actively have to be there to earn the money. You can't do it while you're sleeping, sadly, okay? So that's called linear income, where your money is literally attached to your time. You want to make more money? Well, you got to put more time. Right? You want to make twice as much instead of working 12, work 24 hours a day. Then you're done. Okay. On planet Earth, where we live, where 99% of us live on planet Earth. Some people don't, but for those who do, it's 24 hours in a day. That's just how that works here. That's how the Earth spins. That's how long it takes. And travel around the sun. That's just how it works. So I realized, my goodness, on Earth, because we do a full rotation, and that's physics and the universe working, I'm going to find it very hard to change how fast the Earth spins. That's probably going to be very difficult. So how am I going to actually be able to elevate my money if I can't change how fast the Earth spins and increase the hours of the day? How? Thankfully, I didn't have to work it out because Sharon Lecter and Robert Kiyosaki worked it out for us. So here's the second part of the quadrant. There's this thing called the B quadrant. Does anyone know what B quadrant stands for? Pop in the chat if you know what B quadrant stands for. Kayleen says she loves a 9 to 5. Kayleen, that's awesome. You stay there. You love it. Awesome. I'm still going to show you how to create more money without you having to leave. Okay. So it's all good. Love it. Awesome. Okay. So, B quadrant is big business. Now, here's what that means. It means there are systems and people working with you. It's not just you, right? When you're in a job, it's just you. Hey, go do this work for this 9 to 5 and you get paid. Okay. Over here, it's more than just you. It's systems and it's people. So let me ask you a question. Who's heard of the business called Netflix? Anyone? Very common. Okay. Sarah played 100%. I can see you there. Waiting for you to raise your hand. Yeah, well, I can see people, right? So Netflix, okay? When you want to watch Netflix, does Reed Hastings, who's the CEO and founder and owner of Netflix, by the way, does he actually create the movie himself? And then when Sarah wants to watch a movie, he actually goes to her house, uploads a DVD into her player and says, Sarah, it's ready to watch now. Have a great day. Does he do that? Does Reed Hastings do that? What does he do? Leverages the internet, yes. Leverages systems through software. Leverages a support team with people to run it for him. So when he's sleeping, the business still makes money. Am I making sense? It's systems leverage and people leverage that makes the B quadrant income amazing. It just means you're not doing all the work, okay? Now, what's even cooler about that, well, just as cool probably, is there's another one called the I quadrant, which stands for investor. And an investor is someone who can make passive income. Okay. Now, passive income is where you're buying your income. So, for example, if I am in the investor quadrant, I have $1 million and I purchase $1 million piece of real estate that's got a tenant in there, I earn around about $50,000 a year in rent. That's passive income because I don't have to do much to do it after I buy the asset. If you buy shares for $1 million, you get about $50,000 a year in income as well. And also, you don't have to do much to earn that. How do I know that? Because we earn lots of passive income in our portfolio, and we don't have to do anything really. So that's really true passive. But here's the problem with passive. If you don't have $1 million, it's going to be hard to buy 50 grand's worth of income each year. Okay. So many people they're in the E quadrant and they try and jump to the I quadrant. They say, oh, awesome. I get to learn about investing. This is going to be so much fun. Where's my passive income? When do I get to retire? I'm like, where's your $1 million? They go, what? What do you mean? I'm like, you got to learn how to make extra money. They go, how? I'm like, you got to do a B quadrant like Sharon and Robert told us. They go, what's that? I'm like, jump on this masterclass and I'll show you. Okay. So here's how it goes. They're the quadrants. All right. Now, these ones on the right, why they're so magical is because they're leveraged. It means it's where your money detaches from your time. The land of milk and honey, where it detaches. It's amazing, right? But you have to be on the right-hand side quadrant to experience that. And once you experience it once, you'll be 100% addicted and you'll want to do more of it, okay? Because you realize that your time is more valuable than money, okay? The people on the left-hand side of the quadrant, by the way, they value money over their time. They value money. They go, why, how? Because they're the ones trading the most of their life on earth to get the money. That's what happens. I trade a lot less time to get my money. So I value time more than money, okay? So just so you know, there's a paradigm shift that you may want to check. And it's okay if you like your job. I'm just showing you this paradigm shift so you can have both if you want to, okay? All right. So the objective is to move across to the right-hand side of the quadrant. The problem is people don't do it. They don't do it, okay? So you ready for the secrets on how to move across? I'm going to show you the practical steps. Is that okay? Bingo. Time is more valuable than money. Awesome. Christina, yes. Yes. Just pop in the chat ready if you're ready to see the secrets. Ready. Our little dog used to be called Ready a few weeks ago. Now he's called Elvis. So, all right. Ready to go. Let's do it. Okay. Check it out. Secret number 1. Okay. You got to do these secrets in order. Please don't do them backwards. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Secret number 1 is you don't actually manage money. You manage your behavior, and your new behavior creates more money. People are like, Lloyd, how do I manage money? I'm like, money's really easy. They go, really? I'm like, yeah, it's your behavior that's harder. They go, oh, yeah. You ever look at your bank statements and like get sweaty? It's because it's a personal development journey. Just look at your bank statements because it stares at you in the face saying, look at your terrible behavior for this month, right? So you got to manage your behavior, and that's how you create the money. So what eats your money the most? Pop in the chat for me. What do you think it is? On a daily basis, where does some of your money go? You're like, oh, where'd that disappear to? If I picked up your bank statements today and had a look at them, where mostly can that spare change go? Where is it going right now? Yes, Christy. It's going to that type of stuff. But really where it's going is convenience. This is where everyone's money's going. Because in their heart of hearts, in their DNA, they know that time is more valuable than money. That's why they're giving away their money to save time through convenience. They know this already, right? So the cost of convenience is more than just your money. Everybody knows if you spend a lot of time on Uber, it's going to save you time, but it's going to cost you money. Everybody knows if you go into the server and grab some quick food, it's going to save you money, but it's going to save you time. It's going to cost you money. And of course, everybody knows that takeout food, eating out, it's going to cost a lot of money, especially now. But it's not just the money that it costs you, because it costs you your energy and happiness. Because you're trying to save time, you're eating wrong. It's costing you money, but it's also making you fat, tired, and unhappy. I'm just speaking from personal experience. That's what happened to me. Okay. I'm just someone who doesn't like using all of my time to count calories, shop, cut things up, cook things, marinate them, do 6 times a day, yada, yada, yada. That's just not me, right? I'm on mission. So what happened to me was I was eating the stuff that was doing that because I was looking for convenience, speed. I was paying for it. Made me fat. Shit, this is the shift in behavior I'm talking about. Because at this moment in time when my sister explained that to us, I could have easily said, nah, I don't do those things. Nah, it's not going to work for me. Nah, I like having beers like 24 hours, right? That's the actual experience that happens when people are challenged to shift their behavior. Nah, so you can either have excuses or results, but you can't have both. I knew that. And I knew if anything was going to change in my finances and my health, I had to make a shift then and there. If I found it hard to shift one part of my diet, you think I was going to find it hard to build teams and build multi-million-dollar businesses? Yes. It's the small things that matter most. It's how you build up these behavior traits. So I started eating different. That's when I got skinny. That's when we save money. Okay, so write this down. Don't manage money, manage your behavior. And your new behavior creates the money. That's how so if you came on here to learn how to save money, that's how I did it. $300 to $600 a month, which is $6,000 a year, which is more money than that job I had for 5 years ever gave me extra on. I started to take ownership of it myself. If I can just shift what I ate for brekkie and maybe lunch, and it made me skinnier and healthier, and I could save some money, that's $6,000 a year. I can do stuff with that money. But people turn their nose up at it. Oh, it's only $6. This is the beginning, guy, right? Secret number 2, as I mentioned, we shamelessly clone other people's stuff. We don't invent anything. That's not going to help, right? So here's secret number 2. We ethically steal someone else's product to make money. We ethically steal someone else's product to make money. So everybody who's in this position where they're kind of like, I'm really tired of the status quo, the Groundhog Day of my job or my career or whatever, and I'm looking to pick up that ball and chain and run away with it and change something, okay? So they have all these ideas like, okay, I understand, I read this book, okay, I got to build a B quadrant, I've got to make more money, okay? So they go, okay, that makes sense. But then they think they've got to create the next Uber. They got to invent something. They got to invent Uber, invent Facebook, invent Netflix, and they get all stuck, right? Or they think they got to open a shop. Oh, I'll go and buy a gym for $250,000. I'll mortgage my house and I have no idea about business. I'll just go do that. I'll go buy a friend. I'll do this. Right? It gets so overwhelming. And so they get confused and they go nowhere. This is really what happens when you say to people, hey, you're going to go make extra money. They freeze. Who feels me? Who's been there before? I certainly was. I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to make money outside my job? What am I going to, I can't start, I don't have time to start a business. I'm not smart enough to start Uber. What am I going to do? Right? So that's when we realize, ethically steal. I see. This is the trick. This is the secret. So here's what we learned. Obviously, we wanted to leverage the internet because all these people making extra money were doing that. But here's what we quickly learned. We didn't have the skills or the money to spend $30,000 to $50,000 starting an e-commerce business. Didn't know how to run ads, didn't know what proven product to use, none of that. Didn't know how to use Shopify. But if people can't even like use Zoom, or even some people, like I'm not going to name names, but some of our parents' friends. I'm going to throw my parents under a bus. They don't even know how to flip and use Facebook. Like, that's high tech. We didn't have any money to start an Amazon FBA business and buy product. We didn't have any confidence to do instant videos and edit them with all the skills to do it, to do digital courses, and we couldn't get people to watch it, so we have no marketing skills. I couldn't write a book because I didn't have a compelling story to share. I couldn't do coaching because I hadn't spent the money to become a professional coach, right? Daniel's on the call. He's a professional coach. He'll tell you it cost you 25 grand just to start, right? Didn't want to do YouTube because I had no idea. I thought it was just about cat videos. Didn't want to dance like in my undies on TikTok, so that was out. And I hated the sound of my own voice. So how was I ever going to be a podcaster? And just the thought of doing a high ticket sale on the phone, I just like get sweaty thinking about it. I had no skills in that area. So really, quite quickly, these options that were available were just eliminated because it's just too far. It's just too much. But there were two areas we could focus on to actually get some leverage while we're working full-time in our jobs, while I was studying 20 hours a week, without much skill set, thankfully, without me having to do another flipping degree, okay? There were two options on the table. One was affiliate marketing, one was network marketing. That's it. People often think there are insurmountable amounts of opportunity out there. Well, for someone working full-time and studying full-time with no skills, no, there ain't. There's actually not to make money, okay? I wasn't looking for a hobby. I was looking for maybe a hobby that made money. It had to have a bit more to it. So here's what I learned. Affiliate marketing is where you're stealing someone's product ethically, but you're doing all the work still. You have no leverage. You have some systems leverage, but you have no people leverage. It's a lone wolf game. And you got to spend thousands of dollars on extra courses to learn how to do it. I didn't want to do that. So then we realized that you need both people help and systems help. Both. And the only thing that did that, without us having to spend thousands of dollars on courses and so forth, initially to start out, get going, was network marketing. That was it. So, all right, that's how we're going to do it. Let's do it. And here's what we discovered. Woo! On page 114 of the Cash Flow Quadrant, this book written many years ago, Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lepter, two of the leading minds in personal finance who ever existed on planet Earth, say on page 114, get involved in network marketing. And here Robert Kiyosaki goes on to say this. After I dropped my prejudices and began to research it, I found many people were sincerely and diligently building successful businesses. When I met these people, I saw their impact on other people's lives and their financial futures. I began to truly appreciate the value of network marketing system for a reasonable entry fee. People can buy an existing system and start building their business. Due to the technology advances in the computer industry, these organizations are totally automated. The headaches of paperwork and order processing, distributed accounting, right? You can spend all your focus on the cool, fun stuff of doing it and making income. And down here, caught my attention too. He came across someone with an MBA. Boom, there's one on the wall. Someone with a CPA. Well, there's not one on there. There's a law degree and a half for CFA. But this person made all his money from network marketing, and so did we. We didn't make it from that. I was like, I see now. And when I saw this and read this, I was very excited because I realized we stumbled across the ultimate B quadrant, extra income, to really sink our teeth into and build a real vehicle that's going to help us not just save money, but make more money. And we didn't have to invent it. So why is it so good? Why? Because the products are already done and proven. Because it's consumable, meaning people repeat order. Global shipping from your undies, from your phone over 26 markets without having to go to those countries. You know how powerful that is? No financial risk. None. Pays weekly recurring income. The reason why there's none is because you're already eating. There's no extra. Pay weekly recurring income. No qualifications needed. Whew, thank God. Part-time effort. This really spoke to me because I was working 6 days a week and studying 20 hours a week for my CFA charter. I did not have the time, okay? Free travel. We've been on 23 national and international free trips without having to pay. We just got back from Bali, free. We just got back from Fiji, free. We just got back from Orlando, free. Like this whole year has been a year of free travel for us. And you can do the same thing, right? Tax deductions. When you buy a new iPhone, it's $2,500 now to buy a new iPhone Pro Max 15, okay? $700 immediate tax saving if you buy one, if you have a home network marketing business. So those who came onto this masterclass to save money, I think there's probably in the vicinity of maybe $1,000 to $5,000 a year you can save just in tax by having this. So if you think about that for a second, just the tax savings, the save money part is about $300 to $600 a month. So for me, it was about $6,000 a year. The tax savings were about I guess in those days, 3,000 to 4,000. So I'm at 10. I'm already at 10,000 saved just by doing this, just by having this in our pocket. Mentorship, personal development, teamwork, conversational method, a simple system. I'm about to move on, but I need to do this. I need to highlight this on and off, irritatingly, just because we can't miss it, because it's the most important thing about this whole setup. Because the reason why people fail at this, and you may know someone who has, is because they never had a simple system to follow. And that is the difference. That is truly the difference, okay? So what is network marketing? Let me explain it to you, right? I want to ask you a question. Please pop in the chat. Have you ever referred anything to anyone? Anything? Have you? All the time. Good movie, good restaurant. You hang around Alicia long enough, she'll tell you to go buy your clothes from Shein. Every day. Right. Great. If you can do that, then you're already good at this. This is all it is, right? So I've got another question. What if you could refer family and friends to Woolworths, and anytime they ordered home delivery, you got paid 20% of their purchase? Anytime they went back there every week, you got paid another bit for their purchase, and another bit, and another bit, and another bit. Pop in the chat, how many friends would you refer to Woolworths if you could do that? All of them. Of course you would, right? They would too, probably. Okay. Unfortunately, Woolworths doesn't offer that. But we've been doing it for 10 years. We just refer them to a different health store, one that saved us money. We now eat more cheaply and more affordably from our own health store than we do at Woolworths. Fact. And it gets delivered to our house every single month. Fact. Simplest way to save money. So here's what happened to me. When I shifted my behavior and got in shape, and I used that product, I knew some other friends that could use that too. So all I did was get on my phone. I did it through text message because I wasn't on social media. Okay. And I sent them a text with that photo. They were keen to start. They did it. The company did all of the hard stuff for me. And 2 weeks later, we got paid. That's as simple as it is. And if we were going to use this product for the foreseeable future because it was cheaper and better for us, then I was going to do this for the rest of my life. It was the coolest, funnest little hobby I could get my hands on because it allowed me to save money and make money. And that was really important to me. Okay. It's not challenging. It's simple. It's the lowest risk, highest return opportunity on planet Earth that I've seen so far. Okay. And I've seen a lot, right? So here's how we shamelessly cloned Sharon and Robert's framework. We started here by starting on it. We saved money by changing our behavior. We then ethically stole their system and a product through network marketing and made money. Started out with a few hundred a week, and since then we've made 1.5 million part-time, which is pretty cool. And that brings us to the third step. You can see here we're moving through the quadrant. So the third one is what? It's the I quadrant. Secret number 3, invest your side hustle profits. In this masterclass, I'm actually trying to help you shake up your finances in the real world, not some BS learning rah-rah about the markets and yada, yada, yada in the news. Not about that. This is genuinely like move through the steps. Let's go, right? So when it comes to investing in side hustle profits, which is secret number 3, here's how it happened for us. When you make extra money for the first time, it turns you into a crazy person, especially when you haven't traded a lot of time for it. And so we could have gone out and gone, bang, let's go buy a Range Rover. Bang, let's go this holiday. Bang, let's go buy this, buy that, buy this, right? Not to say we didn't do those things, right? We bought a Range Rover Sport with the money we earned from network marketing. It's wild. Like, you could never have told me that. Like, but we didn't do it straight away, okay? Because we wanted to diligently manage our money well. Write this down. I only have to get rich once. I only have to get rich once. You don't need to keep climbing the mountain of rich over and over and over again. If you do it once right, once is enough. Okay. So in our mind, we thought, you know what? Let's just do this once well. Play the long game, do it properly. Let's not go out and start like showing off and creating all this envy in front of our friends. Let's just do this properly once. Okay. So what we did is we took a bit of money, just started with a little bit, and we planted a money tree through investing in a simple ETF through an app, and we started to grow that money. And this picture was taken of us in our living room with black tires on, quite lean then, throwing money around as stick figures. Okay, it was amazing, amazing time. But of course, we wanted to do that so we could get passive income thrown off to us, okay? Because we understand the world of finance. That's what we did, right? So here's what I want to show you, because people turn their nose up at $500 a week extra. I don't want you to be one of those people, okay? So check it out. If you invest in a simple index fund that most people can set up in 15 minutes on a simple app, okay, then what you can do, you double click on the thing, you start with zero, you're putting 500 a week from your side hustle that you shamelessly cloned through network marketing, and you did it weekly, and after 15 years of doing that, because you're just enjoying doing it, okay, you actually do it in the S&P 500 for 12.5%, it turns into $1 million. $1 million. You put in this much over time from your side hustle in the B quadrant income, and hopefully some of your savings in the S quadrant or the E quadrant as well, because you shifted your behavior. So you put a little bit in there, 500 a week, a combination of savings and some extra money you're earning from your phone. Your money worked twice as hard as you did, and you have 619,000. It created that for you. This is money working harder than you. I hear it every day. Lloyd, how do I get my money working harder than me? I'm like, you invest it and you stay patient. And that's what turns it into $1 million. Okay. Now, of course, if you got really good at this and you started putting in more, okay, you can turn it into multi-millions. It's just a simple principle called compound interest, and it's simple investing. Everyone can do that in index funds and other things like that. If you really wanted to, guys, those who have a mortgage, you can, of course, pay your mortgage off in 7 years instead of 15 if you did this, or 30. Of course you can. It's reverse compounding back. But I tell you when you can't do it, when you have no extra cash, because you can't change your behavior and you can't start a side hustle that's going to work for you to create profits. Of course you can't do it then. And that's what holds people back. That's why they get stuck. Okay. So people say to me, Lloyd, when can I start investing? I'm like, anytime you want. Everyone can invest. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So they set it all up and they go, awesome. That's so cool. Oh, I've got it set up. When am I going to retire? I'm like, well, you probably need around about $1 million to get 50 grand a year in passive income. They go, I've got like 300. I'm like, well, you better get some extra money then. They say, how do I do it? I'm like, jump into this masterclass. I'll show you how we did it. Like, there's not a lot of opportunities out there for people that want to make extra money while they're in their current job with no skills, truly. But this is how we did it, guys. I'm showing you $1 million plan that we personally followed. You may go on, if you can find a better one, by the way, please invite me to that masterclass so I can get on and check it out. I'm happy to join it, right? I'm open and coachable, but this is the simplest thing I've ever found, right? And it worked for us. So here's a summary of the money model that we shamelessly cloned from Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter from their book, Cash Flow. We saved money here by shifting our eating. You saw that in the pictures. We started helping others do the same thing and earn extra income from the company. Did that. Been doing that for 10 years now. Never missed a paycheck in 10 years, every single week. And we invested it into an index fund, and our portfolio now is around about 1.5, 1.6 million. Fact. That's all we did, right? So why doesn't everyone do this? Pop in the chat. Christy, of course, people looking for the fast route. Money doesn't sleep, says that doesn't sleep. It's insane, right? I've gone to sleep. We've gone to bed like the other 2 nights ago. I went to sleep, woke up, and our portfolio grown by 36,000 in a day, in a night while we were sleeping. It's crazy. You're right. It doesn't sleep, but it doesn't start out like that either, right? You've got to have this plan. You've got to have some sort of strategy to save and make and grow. Yes, fear. Sure, it is fear. I don't know if it's fear of the unknown. I don't know if it's that, because people know. Like, if you've followed on from this masterclass, now you know. It's not like it's a secret. It's actually fear of what other people may think. And that's why I played this game with you at the start about taking a photo together. And those who did a funny face, you've got a good chance of being successful because you just don't care as much. And so it's actually fear of judgment and what other people think about you, because you'll be doing something a little bit different to make extra money. Like the old way in Australia is like, get a job, get a big mortgage you can't afford, and then pay it off until you're 65, then die. That's actually the strategy most people are putting in place. I wasn't going to sign up to that class because I really value life on earth. I wasn't going to trade it for that. So that's why they don't do it, right? So what happens is this: because they can't make a simple shift in their behavior to trial something out to shift them. Oh, yeah, I'll try that for a month, see if I can do it. They don't even do that. They never make it. They're too frightened. So they just stop there. They just never make it. They don't even get to the start line. I don't know. That's just the way it is, I guess. Then they don't tune into this masterclass and stay to the end. So they never really figure out what this whole quadrant's about or how to even move it. So they never even make it. Then if they do get to the side hustle, they choose the wrong one. They choose one that they don't have skills for. They choose one that's too big for them to achieve. They choose one that's just not going to work. They choose one that's not proven. And of course they don't make a profit. But then if they do make a profit, and I know I've got people I know, right, that I know well, that have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single month doing this. No joke. And they're pretty broke. So it's like, well, they drop the ball there too. So if you can do all three of these succinctly, and it's not that hard, truly, it's so simple. Boom. If you're coachable, you give it a little bit of effort, boom, boom, boom. You just put them all in place. And you just, once you've done it once, you just repeat it, right? Just nod your head like this, because I can't see everyone. If you have actually done this and you're on this call and we showed you this once and you did it and you've actually had results from doing this, just nod your head like that. Every day. It's not that difficult, right? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. So, of course, if they don't do that, they go nowhere because they don't have the steps to give them the confidence to take action. Action takers are money makers, okay? Not procrastinators. Instead, they get overwhelmed with information, stay stuck in analysis paralysis. So let me ask you a question. Would you like some help to implement the money framework? Pop a yes in the chat if you want some help to implement the money framework. I love the good manners. Hey, yes, please. Everyone start saying yes, please in a second. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Awesome. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, great. That's the rest of the masterclass. So if you're saying no, then I don't know. You're going to find out anyway. I'm going to help you. Okay. So here we go, right? We put together this for people who do want to shift. It's very difficult to shift you in one single hour masterclass online, of course. So we put something in place to help you actually implement it and do it, right? You're going to love. So it's your turn to actually implement. I'm so super excited about it because it's gnarly, right? It's so cool. So would it be okay if I showed you first before I explain how to do it? Can I show you a couple of results from people that have had results in this, doing this? Is that okay? They're from Australia primarily, but they're all over the world too. I'm just a few of them. Rich, is it all good with a thumbs up? Thanks. Cool. Okay. So this is Naomi. She is a farmer in country Victoria. She was literally on a call with me the other day driving a tractor with, she's harvest now. She just recovered from the flu, but doing that at the same time, because this system is so simple, she literally has had a highest week of 1720 in a single week, but she just won an all expenses paid trip to Costa Rica through this. She's having success in doing it. This is Shay and Shane. Shane's a police officer. Shay's in the public service. They've implemented these steps exactly as I showed you. Their highest week is shown there. This is a blurb that Shay sent me. And they've been implementing this for probably about 18 months or 2 years now. And they're just doing the steps and they're just doing so well. Their portfolio is in 5 figures now. They're just doing awesome. Sam and Alana, if you go to my Instagram, I shared a reel from Bali about 6 days ago. Melissa, who is on the call, she really showed this to Alana a few years ago. And Alana and Sam have really shifted their finances. They can make money. They've shifted their skills. They've won multiple trips, taking their kids to Disney World. And Alana was there with me doing that video in Bali 6 days ago with us on that trip. So if you want to go check her out, you can. But they've had great success doing this as well. Aaron and Kylie are on the call because I saw Aaron laying down in bed with no shirt on. And I see everything on the Zoom. See? Everything. I see you, Aaron. Must be hot there in NZ. So Aaron and Kylie, some of the coolest people ever, business owners. They've had great success. This is them we took this photo in the Magic Kingdom Orlando earlier this year. But I think we don't really have the time to, are you guys there? You may not be there anymore. I may have left. Are they on the Zoom? They're gone? It's like 12 p.m. It's midnight in New Zealand, I think. So, right, so these guys, they love just working it together. They're already business owners. They just added this together and they enjoy doing it together because it gives them it lights them up, right? Katrina, she's on the Zoom. You there, Treens?
Sorry. Yes.
Oh,
G'day.
just to surprise you. Tell us how this impacted your life, because obviously people can see it here, but it's nicer when they actually
Yeah.
person.
So probably the biggest impact was in 2020 when the pandemic hit. I lost work, so I had no job, and this was the only income I had. I was able to actually earn my highest week during that pandemic, which was $4,000. I don't think I would have had this house if I didn't have this side hustle.
Wow, incredible.
I
And
probably
you did
would
it
have
while
had.
you're working full time as a teacher, right?
Yeah, yep.
Amazing.
And competing for bodybuilding comps. So, you're at the end of the day and you're exhausted, you're off training, and then you're still doing this. It's that simple.
So you're doing full-time work and you're competing at a world level as a pro athlete.
Yep. And this is still able to be done.
And you still do this successfully. Amazing. And you've won international free trips to Fiji and in Orlando and so on, right?
Yep.
So amazing. Love it. Thank you for sharing that with us. This is Rose and Liam. I don't think Rose and Liam are on, but same, like, I guess it's like these guys had a baby while they had success doing this, and they've got another one on the way. So talk about not having time. A mother with 3 young boys like that, and another one on the way. I'm sure she's time strapped. And so they were able to build this. Liam's a teacher. They just won an all expenses paid trip to Costa Rica. They were with us Orlando last year. These are everyday Aussies, guys. It's not they're just following the system. So our program is responsible for that and thousands of more results, okay, for real financial goals. So for those who want to make it happen, if you're ready to do things differently, if you're ready to not do it alone anymore, if you're ready to shake up your health and your finances at the same time, we've got a very special opportunity and program we've put together just for you to implement it. Okay, it's so sexy that we put a cool transition on it just to show you. There we go. So Side Hustle School is what it's called, okay? And it's the last training you'll ever need on how to actually save money, make money, and grow your money. And it's super exciting, high energy, a lot of fun. But we mainly put this together because, when we started this didn't exist. This didn't exist really. And so we want to make this so accessible. We want to teach a lot of people how to do it. It fills our cup up, but really at the end of the day, I'm sick and tired of people learning about money. I want to go and see them execute and do something about it. Right? Enough's enough. So if you decide that you want to finally make some changes and be an action taker and not just learn, okay, and you decide to join Side Hustle School, here's what you're going to get. Pay close attention. We're almost to the finish, because if you miss this part, it won't make sense, okay? So the first thing you need to shamelessly clone the money framework that Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon have put in place that we've done, you need to have a proven product already, okay? So what would it be worth you to have the proven product that's already proven, 21 years experience, 20 peer-reviewed university studies, used by athletes like Katrina Wood, who's on the call, to win athletic, use at the highest level of sport, okay? High quality, informed by sport certification, and it's just ready to go for you to use yourself, but also help others with. What would it be worth to you not have to develop that product? How much would it cost you to go and find suppliers, do all the tests, the peer-reviewed studies, concoct it, get the ingredients right, test it, right? It would take forever, millions, okay? What would it be worth to you to actually use it yourself, like my friend Jared here, who lost 60 kilos doing it himself, saved money and earned about 50 grand extra on the side too? What would it be worth to you to get your life back so you could be a better parent to your children in your health using that? What would it be worth to you to help other people like what we've done, right? We've helped more people, I think, than probably any dietitian in the country, and we're not even dietitians, because we've got a system to follow that helps other people that everyone can follow. What would it be worth to you to leave a legacy on the planet like that? We've actually done something good to make extra income, okay? So that's the first thing you're going to get inside Hustle School, the actual product. It comes to your house, you open up, you use it, and you trial it for 30 days yourself. You put it to the test, and you see if it works on you too, okay? And so the whole thing to create that would be millions, but for the sake of this exercise, realistically, at least valued at $2,970, okay, to get your hands on that. If you could walk into a store and walk out with maximum health, I'm sure you'd pay that, right? So you get 56 meals for the month. This is what saves you the $300 to $600 a month. Daniel, who's on this call right now, he's there. I think is he off or is he still on? He's been tracking his eating with this compared to what he used to do. And Daniel, what did you find out?
Yeah, so I track my numbers religiously, and Casey and I both did the system last month in October. and we ended up saving $577 on food shopping and eating out expenses compared to the average of the previous 3 months. $577.
Amazing. Crazy. Like Daniel's a mad tracker. He's a financial coach and he's a mad tracker. And I'm like, oh my God, you track the tracking of trackings. It's amazing. So who better to help us really track exactly? I mean, I've said 300 to 600. He's nailed it at about 500 odd, right? And he really tracked it. So this is real. This is how the financial journey, and rediscovery begins. Okay. We have vegan and dairy free for those who need that. It's safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding. Okay. So here's the second thing you need to make money using this. Okay, that's how you save and that's how you use it, but this is how you make the money. You need a proven automated marketing, selling, and shipping and payment system to distribute it, to get it out there, to help others. Okay. This is like sending people, instead of sending people to Woolworths, you can send them here. This is how it works. But you need a proven automated marketing, selling, and payments and shipping system ready. Otherwise, it's not going to work. This is why you hear people say, oh, I tried this, it didn't work, because you don't have this. So we've developed it over the last 5 years. Okay. But we've also been using a lot of parts of it for 10 years. We've been using the shipping for 10 years, the payment system for 10 years, and we've got a nice, nuanced, automated, proven marketing and selling system to help. It's just all in one, okay? So what would it be worth to you to have that in the palm of your hands where you could run it all from the toilet or laying in your undies in bed at 10 o'clock, wherever, okay? We used to pick Alicia up from work and get back home, and we just sit in the car and just have fun doing it, right? Wherever. What would it be worth to you not have to create suppliers, organize the shipping, go to the post office, create the apps? Do you know how hard it is to create an app? What's it worth to you not to create the website? You get a whole support team with you for customer support. What you have to do this in business, it'll cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. And what would it be worth to you not to have to chase payments or organize any of that stuff? What if it's just done for you? This is the actual writing that comes to us every Monday. That's why we call it Make Monday Great Again, because it's such a fun day. Congratulations, you've been paid. Okay. For 520 weeks, we've received that notification and never missed one payment and never missed a delivery in a decade. So you get the proven automated marketing, selling, shipping, payment system valued at $10,997. Okay, done for you, ready to go. But you need to learn how to use it. So we've put together this 6-week, high energy, fun, exciting, accountable, in-depth coaching program to teach you how to do it, run by industry millionaires, which is myself and my beautiful wife, Alicia. We've been teaching people how to do this for many, many years. There's a great example there of me and the Brisbane Entertainment Centre teaching this 3-step system to about 5,000 people. This was years ago. And here's us in Orlando this year at a conference teaching 7,000 people how to do this in Orlando in July this year. So it's not our first rodeo. We know exactly what we're doing. We're going to teach you how to do it. You won't get any better training than this in this industry. I promise. I solemnly swear. We know what we're doing, okay? So we're going to run it for you. It's valued at $12,997, okay? But here's the other thing you're going to get. Now, everyone says they've got a thriving community. I don't know about thriving, but we do. It thrives, okay? Online and offline. How do I know? Because we have champagne on our call, so it flipping thrives, okay? And so this is us thriving. Online, you get access to that for life. And of course, we take it offline too. So here's us in Sydney, Hawaii, Melbourne. We also thrive offline, okay? It's not just about online and offline. If you've been in one of these photos, you've been to one of these offline events, or you're part of our online community, just drop a hell yeah in the chat, just so I can see. A couple of you guys are on, right? Awesome. And what would it be worth to you to win international free trips like this? Like Melissa's on the call. She's there on the left, okay, in the pink dress. This is Alicia's sister. I don't know. Is she still on? I can't see her face. Hey, Mel, this is putting you on the spot. Do you know how much you've earned from this side hustle since the start, this ballpark?
Oh, actually, yeah, I do. 550,000, so $500,000.
Amazing. How good's that? And how many trips have you won or earned?
I've earned about 8.
8 trips. And you've been to what's it called? The Bahamas, right? For one. Obviously, we were in Bali together 5 days ago because you were right there in the photo. And there's me and Cliffy and Daniel and Alicia. I couldn't find Alicia. She's so brown in this photo, but there she is. Anyway, I share this on the masterclasses for Melissa. But Mel, what happened on one of these trips for you?
Well, if we want to talk about the Bahamas.
Yeah, the Bahamas. What happened to the Bahamas?
I got together with my fiance.
Yeah, that guy there in the black shirt, right?
Yes.
And you get
So
married, right?
I found love.
So when we say thriving, then that's what we mean. So thank you for sharing that. That's a true story, right? How cool is that? It's amazing. All right. So because of that story, it happens to be priceless. How can you put a price on that type of relationship, right? You can't. And so you get access to that too. Okay. So you get all of that for Side Hustle School, all of it. Well, yes, all of it. So let me just summarize. Okay. Proven product to market, $2.97. Proven product is yours to market. Okay. Proven marketing, selling, shipping, and payment system. Valued at that. 6-week training coaching program run by us. Live. That. It's valued at that. Thriving network and team culture for life is priceless. So if you add that all up, the value, the total value is $26,637. Okay. So check this out. If my sister in 2014, when she spoke to Alicia initially about this whole thing, she said, listen, if she had have said this, if she had said, listen, in the next 10 years, you're going to live more lifetimes in 10 years than most people live in their entire life. You're going to travel the world together. You're going to grow together. You're going to make $1.5 million. You're going to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio. You're going to impact the world. You're going to skill up. You're going to lead. You're going to become, all this amazing stuff. You're going to transform 17,000 other people's lives through this. But it's going to cost you $26,000. You know what I would have said to her? You take Visa or MasterCard. I would have signed up in a heartbeat. This has been the most insane journey and fun ever. Okay. But it's not $26,637. It's priced at $2,630. But because we're trying to make an impact and help you shift and shake up your finances and health and implement the money framework that we have, for you guys on this call here, you get all that for $260. So if you want to get started, how you do that is you type ready to the person who invited you to this masterclass. Okay, the word ready. That's all you have to do. Type the word ready to the person who sent in the invite, where they sent it in Instagram, Messenger, email, wherever they sent you the invitation to get on here. All you have to write back is ready. And here's what will happen. They will send you the magic link to enroll for $260. And you get all of what I just explained. Okay. That's all you have to do. They'll send you the magic link. Okay. Once they do that, they'll invite you into our exclusive Facebook group where all the fun and excitement and the thriving that I was talking about will begin to take place over the next 6 weeks. Okay. It starts in about a week. All right. Got a few things to do before then to prep, but it's going to be epic. Okay. So here's the trick. Ready? If you get started in the next 15 minutes, you'll get these epic bonuses. Okay. Not 20 minutes, not 16. You have 15 minutes. Okay. Because then it's closed. This is the last masterclass. If you type the word ready to the person who invited you in the next 15 minutes, you'll get these epic bonuses. Bonus number 1, you'll get free shipping. Save money straight away. Free shipping. Okay. Or the product that comes to your house. The second bonus, which is my favorite of all, you'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Which means you can eat it all for a month, love it, still get amazing results and save all that money. Do parts of Side Hustle School for the first bit of it, for the first couple of weeks. Get to know us. Jump in, right? Start it out. And if you don't like the color of my hat, or you don't like anything about it, you pack it up, send it back, no questions asked, full refund. So those of you who've got like, what if all these stories we make up in our heads is why we can't, don't worry about it. I've seen Alicia do this with Shein. She goes and buys like $1,000 worth of Shein, which is like 4 tons of clothes. It comes to the house because she knows if it ain't fit or it doesn't look good, because she does the fashion show I get to watch, we're like, nah, yeah, nah, yeah. She knows she's got 2 tons that is nah. She sends it back. She always, she says to me, why when I say to people I get Shein and they say, should I order it? Why do they all freak out? I'm like, I don't know. That's weird. It's a money back. Like, who cares? Just suck it and see, test and measure. This is wealth building, guys. Listen, in 50 years, we're all going to be dead. Who cares? Just relax. Give it a go. Don't let this hold you back. But this is why I love this bonus, okay? Because it does protect you financially, so you're never in a worse off place. The last thing I would want is to be putting people in a worse place than what they were before I met them. This is not my nature. So, hey, if you get started in the next 15 minutes, you get that, okay? So how you get started, you just message the word ready to the person who invited you to this masterclass. They'll send you the magic link. You click, it takes 60 seconds. You click it, 60 seconds, boom, boom, boom. Within 2 days, you have your stuff, you're into the Masterclass school, and we go, right? Awesome. Okay, just a reminder, this is what you're going to get. Yes, you'll get the product. It covers 2/3 of your own groceries for a month. You will save money doing this by itself, and you'll get a skinnier waist and a fatter wallet. You'll get the system we've crafted and developed and refined and fine-tuned over a decade. Yours. Yes, we'll be coaching you ourselves live, okay? It's going to be fun. And, of course, you get the community for life. Once you get in, you don't have to leave. You can stay in there. It's all good, right? And, of course, if you get started in the next 15 minutes, you get these epic bonuses, free shipping, and a 30-day money-back guarantee, full refund if you don't like it, okay? So, for that, you get it for that. To put that in perspective, it's like one grande latte grande double shot thing from Starbucks. Okay, it's $8.60. That's all it is for 30 days to shake your finances up. Implement this money framework. Okay, 30-day money back guarantee. Once you enroll, this is pretty cool. You'll actually unlock 10%, 3 10% off coupons for your friends and family, which is going to be super exciting. So if you want to help them, you can, and they get 10% off. So they save about $26. Okay. All right. Oh, no, I had this cool thing prepared. Oh, that's it. We're going to have to do all these again, a whole week. Totally stuffed it. I was just going to give a big shout out with these sexy curtains, this transition, like, to all the people who have so far enrolled in Side Hustle School. Well done. Yes, it's in alphabetical order because I didn't do it. My amazing wife did it. So look at all these. Hey, well done to all these legends. If you can see your name on here, type $signs in the chat. Like, you can see your name on here. Oh, look at all these awesome legends. These are action takers, okay? So they're money makers, all right? So well done, all these legends, for enrolling into this. I just want to give you a shout out so far. It's been an awesome week of sharing this knowledge with you. We can't wait to kick things off, all right? So cool. So if you get started, type ready to the person who sent you the invite, and they'll send you the magic link, and you can be in Side Hustle School, okay? I did tell you I was going to bribe you, okay, with this to say to the end, so I'm a man of my word. It's going to be free book, so at least you're just going to share the link to that. It's just a Dropbox link there. You can grab it, and you can have a read of that if you like to, okay? But the reality is, like, I don't want you to read, to be honest. I want you to do. I want you to do stuff. I want you to move, okay? So that's why we prepared this all for you guys. So if you have any questions, I am here to answer them live, actually. So if you have any questions or queries or concerns or controversies, you have a couple of minutes, by all means, pop in the chat. Anything's on the table. I don't really care. I'm just really need you to be super clear so you don't miss this opportunity, okay? So does anyone have any questions? Hey, Len, good to see you.
Arlene had a question. She said, I'm in the UK, wondering what time the training sessions are at.
Yes, Arlene, we have a few from the UK doing it. So the training sessions will be at like 11 a.m. your time-ish. No, 10 a.m. your time. But don't worry, because we're doing them, like, this isn't recorded, but the trainings are. So like they're doing, so yeah, it's global. So we're actually doing 2 a week. We're doing, so you can either tune into one really late at night your time or in the morning. Yeah.
I'm just blown away at $260 for knowledge on how to build a side income. Like, it doesn't get better than that. I spend thousands of dollars learning how to do this, and you guys do it for that. It's just a no-brainer.
Well, I hope it is, but you know, it's for the right people. I think you're right, Katrina. It is. It's just, we want to make this a bit of a no-brainer because we want to see you move. Okay. So yeah, I agree, but never ask a barber if you need a haircut. They're always going to say, of course you do. So I have a question. So, yeah, Cole, yeah, if you want to jump in, mate, just shoot me the ready and Messenger. I'll shoot you a link. All good. Can I find it? Is this only for us today? Yeah. So the actual products that we use, I did a podcast episode on this, but that to have success in network marketing, you have to have a product that actually works. I know that seems ridiculous, but a lot of companies don't. You have to have one that's food-based because people don't really want to be spending extra. We're trying to help people save money here, guys. We're not trying to help them spend more. So it's got to be food-based, okay? It's got to be cheaper than what they're currently spending on food, which this is. So that makes sense. The other thing is you have to be with a company that's been around for longer than 10 years because otherwise they may go broke. This is a 21-year company. This is a solid company. And the other thing is they need to have a good comp plan. So you need to have, it has to be equitable. So what I mean by that is you have to be able to make money. It seems ridiculous, but some companies you work so hard and you don't. And also you need the right culture, and then you need the right team, which is what this is, and you need the right system that we've developed. Without any of those 5 things, it's very likely you will probably not succeed. I'm not being silly. I just, if I didn't have those things, we probably wouldn't have succeeded either. I'm not joking. It's not the network. You do need all the right stuff. Okay. So just so you know. All right. Love spending the evening with you. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Bye. Love spending the evening with you too. Yeah. So is this only for, so it is, it only works, Rich, for this. This doesn't work otherwise. Right. But by the way, if you came in and you learn all this cool stuff, which you will anyway, you can apply it to anything. Like you don't have to be a pro network. Like you can. Like Melissa's like this because she knows. Like she's applied these incredible skills she's developed at all parts of her life. Like there's no expectations on you to come in and you have to keep doing this. We just want to help you move. Just help you make those initial shifts. So, yeah, definitely. So don't worry too much about it. Is there a monthly fee? I'd love to. Well, the trick is just to do it for the first 30 days and trial it out, just to see if you like it. And if you do, what you'll find is in the second month, you can choose what you want to do. You can stop altogether. You can decide to keep getting it. But what we found is it's more affordable for us to continue eating this way, and it's better for our body than to go back doing what we were doing in 2000. It's just too expensive to eat. It's just too dear, and it's also doesn't help my health. So I found it harder to go off it personally, but you don't have, there's no commitments. You don't have to do anything. Like you're not locked into anything. It's just very hard to make those decisions for the second month if you haven't even experienced the first one. You just got to go. If my sister had told me, oh, you can do this and this, I'm like, what? Just let me trial it first. So I hope that answers your question. Oh, for real, all taken care of? Marketing? Well, that's a good question too. I'll elaborate on that. So with this system we've developed, it is really good for beginners because we've taken a lot of the hard work out of it. Truly, it's like we've been beginners without it, and it's challenging. Still possible, of course, right? Like Sarah, who was on, never had it when she started, and she's made flipping thousands of dollars. So yeah, there is still some. Look, you're gonna have to do some effort. You can't just sit around and do nothing and make money. Okay, obviously. But it is designed for people who have no skills, no network, no experience, who are just hungry for a different life and who are coachable. Fact. Just that's it. It's all you need. Okay, so we've designed it as best we can for that. Arlene's in. Great. That's not going to work there. You have to do the ready side. The ready. It's got to be ready. Just send me a ready, Arlene. You're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. Negativity about pyramids, I'm like, yeah, I mean, look, I think we'll touch on this too. It's our very last masterclass. I was waiting for a curly one. So I'm a lawyer. I was admitted to the Supreme Court of Queensland as a lawyer and a solicitor in 2008. And there's a certificate on the wall that proves that. And I've got a really squeaky clean reputation. I've got multiple businesses and I've got a big family and friendship group. And I'm not going to be getting involved in things that are going to compromise all the work that I've done in my past. I'm just never going to do that. So, of course, pyramid schemes are illegal. This is not one of those. This is a referral marketing and network marketing business with a company that's been in Arizona for 20 years, and their headquarters is in Sydney Macquarie Park. So I can give you the case law in 1975 with Amway versus the FTC that proves that it's not, but I'm not going to do that on this call. So, yeah, it's not. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it, okay? Mind you, if someone approaches you about a gifting circle, run. That is a legit pyramid scheme. Just don't get involved in that stuff. But this is just referral marketing. This is how most companies now are making are distributing product. Okay. Uber gives you a referral fee too. Same thing. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So keen for this journey. I'm keen for you too, Haley. It's so much fun. Yeah, literally transformed our life. It's going to make you a better husband, wife, everything. That does. Thanks, Rich. No worries. All right. Look, we've got some really cool questions in. I'm sure I've answered most of them. But look, just if you're looking for change, just go for it. Test it out. And if you don't like it, you can just get a refund. Okay. But I'm sure you're going to love it. Hope that makes sense. Wonderful. Okay. You guys have been legends. This is it for us. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you guys at Side Hustle School for those who are beginning. And if those who aren't, we might do this again next year. So, bye.